The housing crisis has devastated millions of Americans, the economy, and many families right here in our community. The Homeowner Assistance Division of the Law Office of Paul A. Krasker is committed to providing homeowners with the reliable resources needed for relief during this crisis. On August 16th, the Homeowners Assistance Division participated in WPTV's Impact 5 Town Hall meeting.
When do you know when to go? Where do you go for the resources on things like short sales? There's so much out there, people feel frozen. Give us a sense.
Well, we've always said that homeowners are looking for a reliable source of information. Many homeowners are very frustrated because they've approached the bank about various workout solutions and they still have not been able to reach some type of permanent solution. What we say is find a good, reliable source of information that knows about all the bank programs that are out there. We have a bank negotiation team at our firm, and I call them the heart and soul of our operation because they roll up their sleeves every day and they just bang on the banks for negotiations for our clients, whether they're modifications or short sales. And most homeowners are frustrated because they're trying for programs that they don't qualify for.
And one of the things we'll do tonight is try and give them a better sense of programs. Very quickly, short sales. Are we still seeing that have a wide impact on the market?
Absolutely.
Talk about that very quickly.
We think that the banks have opened the gate, so to speak, to more short sales, and we think it has to do with the difficulty they're having on foreclosing on properties. So it's a better way for them to move inventory.
Paul, let's address this question because so many people are trying for these modifications. What are the big stumbling blocks? Why do you never hear of people getting a modification these days?
We get the question all the time, Paul, how are you guys getting these done? And I wasn't able to get it done on my own. I was turned down 4 times and I'm frustrated. One main thing, and I hate to say it, it's good old-fashioned hard work and persistency. We average 72 contacts with the bank on one modification file. And so we've identified, unfortunately, in a lot of cases, that's what it takes to get approved. The other important thing to do also is if you're trying to apply for a modification, talk to someone and have them run some numbers to make sure you fit into that particular program that you're applying for. If it's the HAMP modification program or if it's one of the bank's internal programs, there's specific calculations and guidelines that the bank go by. So have someone look at those numbers and see if you qualify. That way you're not fighting a losing battle right from the very start.
We have a lot of questions about refinancing. This one's from Jim in Jensen Beach. He's underwater, never missed a payment, and wants to know if he should use the HARP program to refinance, or is there another way to lower his mortgage payment?
Okay, let's begin with Paul Baltram. Good question, because a lot of people, they're underwater, they haven't missed anything. They need to refinance and they can't.
Absolutely. Go for the HARP refinance. Earlier this year, the government identified, what are we going to do for homeowners that are paying their mortgages on time, but they can't refinance because they're underwater and they can't take advantage of the low interest rates that we have, 3-4%. So if you're current on your mortgage, absolutely apply for the HARP refinance. Speaking to people that are in the distressed situation, I'd say find that good, reliable source of information that you can count on, somebody that can help you give a good recommendation to create a permanent solution to your problem. If you are facing foreclosure and you are going to hire a foreclosure attorney, make sure that foreclosure attorney is also equipped with helping you on a permanent solution. Just because you hire a foreclosure attorney to defend a foreclosure doesn't mean all your problems are solved. You still need somebody to help with the bank negotiations, whether it's a short sale, if you want to exit the property, or if it's a modification, if you prefer to stay in the property.
My question is, when I try to negotiate with my lender, which is Freddie Mac, they send me letters upon letters, and all with the telephone numbers, 1-800 numbers, they go all the way to India. They tell you, you call this number. When you call, it's going to India, and that's where it stops, like you talking to a robot. You get nowhere from there.
And that is such a frustration that we've been discussing tonight. You get nowhere.
All of you are very reasoned gentlemen, but people say the reality is that. Paul, all of you are shaking your head. How do you help her?
Well, the banks have a system that they use, so they need documentation at different periods of time. What I would recommend is to send the documentation and then give them a follow-up call after you send that documentation in to make sure they receive that document so that your file keeps moving forward. Persistent calls are the keys once you send in the documents, and whether you go through a law firm or you go through a HUD counselor, find someone that can help you, that understands the system, that have done it before, so you don't have to try to do it on your own.